guitar player from Berlin, and today I'm going to show you 10 levels of blues progressions and improvisation. So this was level 1. I took a very basic blues progression and just turned every dominant 7th chord into a sus voicing. That sounds very cool. And for improvisation I just used the F minor pentatonic or blues scale, and what I try to do is something that I learned from Antonio Sanchez. Just play anything, have a break, and play the same thing again, and then work from that. On the F7 chord, I'm just playing like a F major scale with a minor third. You could also be thinking D minor blues pentatonic, right? But this sound is very cool. And I'm just as an exercise playing ascending lines on the F dominant 7th chord, and then I'm playing descending lines on the B flat 7 and the C7 chord. I stole this concept from Wes Montgomery, and it's basically playing major 7 arpeggio a whole note higher than the chord that you're playing. So if you're having the F7 sus4, you're playing an E flat major arpeggio. You can also picture this shape of the E flat major chord, and then think of the F as a bass, and then you have the 13, the sus4, the 11 and the 9. Level number 4 is a jazz blues. Let me digress for a second and talk about a 1-6-2-5 in F major. If you just take this 1-6-2-5 and copy and paste it into bar 7 of your blues, you're going to have a jazz blues. Just be careful, the first time the 1-6-2-5, every chord is lasting for 1 bar, and then 2 chords share 1 bar. And yes, we're really going to play an F major 7 chord in bar 8. It sounds really cool, give it a try. A lot of people do that, you don't have to play the dominant sound there. Try to play some bebop lines on this 1-6-2-5-1, and I scanned the internet for bebop lines and I found Cecil Alexander. He found this line. Also, there's a video from Nick Holmes, Jazz Duets. If you don't know that channel, that's a very good channel, and he has a PDF with 84 variations on playing on an F7 chord. Check out his channel if you want to have some bebop lines and try to apply them to this blues. And level 5, that's adding in the diminished chord. If we are in bar 5, right, with the B flat 7, B D diminished. And then we're going to play an F7, dominant 7 chord this time. I want to show you a really cool trick. So you can also think about this diminished chord as about a G7 altered chord. And you know, if you lower one of those notes, you're going to get one of the 4 dominant 7th chord that this diminished chord can replace. And if you're thinking about the F7 and then thinking about the 2 chord for the F7, that would be C minor. All of a sudden it makes a lot of sense. It's like a G7 altered chord going to a C minor chord. Another thing that you can do is to play a tritone substituted dominant 7th chord, for example in bar 4, to replace the F7 with a B natural 7. Just take your shell voicing and lower the root by a tritone. And I really like to play an arpeggio in this case. I guess because it outlines the chords so very clearly. And another place is after the F major 7, instead of the D7, playing A flat 7, G minor 7, and instead of the C7, play a G flat 7. But of course you can basically do that with any chord in this chord progression. Just check out how it sounds and experiment. Is adding in some chords, and that's a really sort of a cheap trick that you can do. Just play your shell voicings, right? But then without the root, and then look for a note that can stay on top of all those chords. Let's try to do that with the F. And this blues from Freddie Hubbard adds in 2 chromatically shifting 2/5 progressions, the A minor 7, D7, A flat minor. So most of the time, if you're having chromatically shifting 2/5/1s, safe to say that you can use the Dorian scale and the Mixolydian scale. Level number 9 is very cool. It's adding in a phrygian sound, and the first 3 bars can play a voicing like this. If you don't know too much about that sound, I also made a video about the phrygian sound with a lot of chord voicings and ideas how you can spell out this mood, more like a mood, right? Level number 10 is replacing the first 4 bars with sort of a whole tone chord sequence if you want. So you're going to play an F7, E flat 7, D flat 7, B7, and this B7 resolves really nicely into the B flat 7, then playing a minor B flat minor chord, ending up on the 2/5 again. And those 4 chords in the beginning think about the 2 of each of those chords. Also very nice that you can always think about adding the 2 in front of every dominant 7th chord that you're playing. I hope I could help you a little bit with those exercises. Let me know how they worked for you in the descriptions below, and just let me know if you have any questions. I'd be glad to answer them. And if you like this video, you would also like this video with 10 rhythmic patterns from Kurt Rosenwinkel and Jim Hall. I transcribed them all, and also there are also tabs and you can download them at my shop, allthethingsguitar.com, and I see you around. See you next week. Keep on practicing. Bye!